Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today's video is a little bit of a surprise because I didn't know I was getting this, but I just got a PR package from Urban Decay, so very excited. It is their new liquid eyeshadow. Now I think this came out maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I am just getting it now. They sent me all 6 shades. Very excited to try. So I do prefer cream eyeshadow over liquid eyeshadow, but I am very excited about this. I already did some swatches and did them in, took some pictures in natural sunlight. They look absolutely stunning and I'm very excited about these. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is called the Urban Decay 24/7 Glaze-On Shimmer Liquid Eyeshadow. They are $26 each. There's 6 shades, and it states Urban Decay 24/7 Glaze-On Liquid Eyeshadow features a beginner-friendly built-in brush that makes it easy to apply the shimmer eyeshadow. It applies in seconds and lasts up to 15 hours for a glazed and glowing look without creasing or fading. Get glazed in a blink. So it says it's, again, 15 hours, doesn't crease, doesn't fade, and the thing that's special about these, and this is the first thing that I really like, is the applicator. So first of all, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to shake it for like at least 5 seconds, and you need to do that because it activates it. Because when I was doing the swatches, I did one, I was like, oh, these are really sheer, and then I realized I hadn't checked them. So you just kind of shake it, and then you'll see here you don't need a brush because it has a built-in brush. And then you can see here it, like, where it closes is inside, so when you put it in, you don't have to like pull it off. You pretty much have the product that you need on there, and it is an actual brush. So you'll see here it is an actual brush. So I'll just kind of do a little bit on my hand right here so you can just see how it goes on, but then you see it is an actual brush here. So really interesting component where it has the brush in it, and then it dries down, but it doesn't dry down super fast. So you do have a chance to kind of work with it, but it does dry down eventually. So I'm not gonna wear any primer today because I wanted to show it without anything, no bronzer, no eyeshadow primer, nothing. And I'm gonna try each shade, one on each eye, and so you can see how all 6 shades look on my pale skin. And then there are 4 shimmers and 2 duochrome shimmers. So I also did some swatches. So let's go ahead and take a look at the swatches. And the swatches here are interesting because I did, when I took these, it was late in the afternoon. So when I first did them, it was kind of shaded, which is usually where I'll take my pictures when it's in natural sunlight, because it's kind of a shaded area, but it's still got the light. You still get the actual color, but again, it's shaded. So sometimes with it's too much light, you really can't see the colors. So I took it there, and then I moved over into the actual sunlight, and that's where they shone. That's where the sparkle came out, and that's where like the intense. So here's the first picture with just in the natural sunlight, but again, a little bit shaded. And then here is the picture where it is in the with the sunlight, where you can see the sparkle. And the shades are Sugar Twist, which is a rose gold shimmer, Space Cowboy Intense, a light champagne gold shimmer, Sunshine Tax, which is a pink gold duochrome shimmer, Traffic Jam, a burgundy shimmer, Silver Spooning, a sterling silver shimmer, and then Frost Boss, a blue lavender duochrome shimmer. So the 2 duochromes look beautiful. They look absolutely beautiful. Traffic Jam, the burgundy one, is very deep, and it has the shimmer, but because it's so deep it doesn't show. You really don't see it. That's the one I'm kind of curious of how it's gonna look on me, or if you can sheer it out. Hopefully you can. I just did the swatch, so not really sure, but the other ones look really cool. And I really like the technology of these, because I could see myself taking these. Again, I always talk about travel friendly. Like, I love eyeshadow palettes and doing eyeshadow palettes, but I also love travel friendly products that make it easy, especially like going to a theme park and I got to get there at 7 a.m. Or when I was on a cruise, we had one morning where we had to be, the check-in was at 7 a.m. and you know, I'm not the morning person that I was in my 20s. So I love these types of products that are very easy, that if I needed to just put one in my bag and then do my makeup in the car or on the go, I could do it. And this one, it seems like I could do that. So I really like this component. A little bulky, but I like it. So let's go ahead and start trying this on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to try the two shades, the rose gold and the light champagne gold together, just so that you can see them side by side, because I think these two shades are probably the most similar. And then I'm also going to do the two duochromes together at the same time, so you can see the two duochromes. They're going to be very different. And then the other two is the burgundy and the silver, and they're going to be very different. So I am going to try these to get together as well. But I did want to try trying to get some that are kind of like look the same. So what I'm going to do first is let's try, let's go with the two golds first. I'm going to go with the Sugar Twist, which is the rose gold shimmer, and Space Cowboy Intense, which is the light champagne gold shimmer. Okay, so first up is going to be the rose gold one, Sugar Twist, and it does say to shake for 5 seconds, and you want to shake it, it says best vertically. So makes sense, and I just want to make sure I get the product, because that's the one thing I noticed, is that if you don't shake it really well, you're not going to get the product on there. So I'm curious as to how these are going to work when they kind of run low. Like, how is the product going to, you know, how are you going to get the product out? That's my only concern about these. But it doesn't seem like you have to use a lot, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be an issue. But that's my only concern about the packaging, because the way it's built. But that is really pretty. It goes on really, really nicely. Very obviously, this is an easy shade to do because it is a very light shade. The burgundy will probably be a little bit more difficult, but that's really pretty. And then when I'm not taking any more product, that was it. Had just enough product on one, and then I'm just going to take the same brush, because I want to try and use it, just the brush. I don't want to use any other brushes, and then kind of just blend it out with my finger, which I don't even think I need it with this. But that's really pretty. And then let me see if I can get underneath. Yeah, I don't have enough product underneath, so I'm not going to do that now. But that is Sugar Twist, the rose gold shimmer. Next up is Space Cowboy Intense, and this is the champagne gold, and obviously it is based off of their most popular shade, Space Cowboy. And I don't have that, but I have the little holiday palette, the one that's in the star. So this is really pretty as well. These two are both very light. The colors aren't similar, but they're very light, so I don't think there's going to be a big difference. So unless you just really like light shadows, I think you would probably do good with just one of these, if not, and not necessarily both, unless you wanted to get both, obviously. But that is Space Cowboy Intense. Okay, so just so that you can see a true side-by-side comparison, this is Sugar Twist, which is the rose gold shimmer. And then this is Space Cowboy Intense, which is the champagne gold shimmer. So they're very, very close in shade. Obviously there's a little bit of tone, but from far away, you know, they both have like a nice little sparkle to it, but there's not a huge difference unless you're looking up close. Okay, next two shades are going to be Traffic Jam, which is the burgundy shimmer, and then Silver Spooning, which is the sterling silver shimmer. This one looks like more of like a platinum. This one looks really cool. I'm very excited about this one. Very cool toned. I'm not necessarily, I'm more of a warm toned girly, but that is a really pretty shade. The burgundy one is the one that I'm probably the most nervous about applying. So I think, and it is just the deepest. I think it looks like it'll blend out nicely, but it does seem that if you are kind of nervous, this would probably be not the shade to get or start with, because I think the other ones are definitely more user-friendly, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Let's go ahead and apply. And I'm leaving the amount of product that's on here, but you can see that is very, very pigmented. So This is one I'm gonna probably blend out a little bit with my finger because I don't want to get it too deep. I do want it to look, and always go back, but this one is definitely a deeper shade, and I'm gonna try and get a little bit off here and go back in. So this is the one that I probably would take a different, I'm only using this brush today, but when I use it in the future, I will probably go back in with another brush just to blend it out, because I feel like I really can't do it with this brush. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. So I'm just grabbing another eyeshadow brush and just gonna blend it out a little bit, because you really can't do that with this brush because it has product on it. So I'm just taking a different brush that has no product on it and just blending it up. Okay, so here is Traffic Jam. I do really like it. I really like it a lot, but that is one that I don't think I could just use this brush. This is one that I would need to get like a clean brush, which is what I did. I grabbed it and then I just kind of, kind of blended it up to kind of smooth out the edges and then take off any excess product. Now, if you want it really deep, then you could probably do it. But for me, that's kind of how it worked. I wasn't gonna get, a great look with it if I didn't do that. So that's the only one, but that's pretty much the only one that's dark. So I think that's the really one that I'd have to do that. Next is going to be Silver Spooning, and it's the Sterling Silver Shimmer. And again, I said this one's kind of more, I feel like it's like kind of more of a platinum. It looks like there's kind of got like a green tint to it. And this one actually has kind of got a lot of pigment too. So I might do the same thing with the brush. Definitely didn't need to do it with the other ones. Let me try with my finger. But yeah, I kind of like it. I guess it's just how I prefer. Could I do it without it? Yes. Do I need to do it like with the burgundy? No. But is it gonna come out better if I use a brush to just kind of smooth it out? Probably. Okay, and here is Silver Spooning. So these two are polar opposites, completely polar opposites. So I'm gonna look at like this. So this is going to be the Traffic Jam. Really like that one. And then this one is the Silver Spooning, which again, it's kind of like a platinum silver, but definitely cool toned. I really, really like this one. Okay, so the last two are going to be the two duochrome shimmers. So the first one is going to be, let's see, it's going to be Sunshine Tax, which is a pink gold duochrome shimmer. And then the other one is Frost Boss, which is a blue lavender duochrome shimmer. So we're going to start with Sunshine Tax. And this is the one that I kind of really, actually, I think both of them are really pretty. But this is the one that kind of, if I were in the store, this is the one I probably would have picked. But I'm gonna apply it just like so. Oops, I forgot to shake it. Okay, there we go. It actually came out pretty good. I had shaken them earlier, but, or shook them earlier, but here we go. Okay, back, and really pretty shade. This one I love. I just love this. Yeah, the duochromes, and the duochromes are the same price. But again, really pretty, easy to put on. And I'm just gonna blend it. I am gonna blend it with this brush because I want to show how you can do it with this brush. If I were doing it at my desk, at my vanity, I would probably just take the brush like I did with the other two shades, but I don't need to. If I, so very easy to apply. And that is it. So that is Sunshine Tax, really pretty. Again, it's a pink gold duochrome. And now we're gonna go with Frost Boss, and I did already shake this one, but ooh, that one's really pretty too. It's got, again, it's a blue lavender. You can sheer it out if you want it to be, not as opaque. So that's it sheared out. I'm gonna apply more so you can really see the color. But if you wanted like a pop of color on your eyelid, but kind of sheared out, that is really, really pretty. I like that one a lot. So let me go ahead and put a little bit more just so that you can really see the color, at least on the lid. But they go on really even. Again, the two other ones I did, especially the burgundy, I did need to take the brush just because it's so much darker. But these, go on really, really nicely. So that is Frost Boss. Okay, so again, just so you can see it up close, this is Sunshine Tax, and then this is Frost Boss. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these off and then even it out. So I have the same because I have to film another video after this, and then put some mascara and come back and give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I am back. So I went ahead and went with Sunshine Tax, which I thought is great. I really like these. I really like these a lot. And I think if you're going to just maybe pick up 1 or 2 shades, I would go for the duochromes just because they're different. They have a little bit more sparkle. Like this is different than any of my Charlotte Tilbury, even though these shades are different than any of the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize, which is like my go-to cream eyeshadow. These are, you know, they're different. But there's the first 2 shades are kind of more subtle. And then you have that deeper one, and you definitely can mix and match. I'm kind of curious if I can maybe mix these two to get like this one maybe with the rose gold and get like a kind of a mid-tone shade. I don't know if I can do that or not, but I can try. But if you were just going to pick 1 or 2, I really like, and even the Frost Boss, that's got like that purple lavender, but you can sheer it out and kind of have a sheer touch of color, or you can make it more opaque. Really like how this came out. Very, very simple. And so far really, really liking it. So, but I also love the silver one because it's got like a platinum. It's less gray and more platinum. So, but a really beautiful cool tone. So really like these. Thank you to Urban Decay for sending these to me. I am very excited to continue to use these. And with that, I will say if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.